What is up, YouTube? It is me, the Artisan MC, on this drive. What's up, YouTube? I'm back again. Hopefully, you can hear me. What's up? Like, give me a one in the chat if you can hear me clearly. I'm on the mountain now, so one in the chat if you can hear me clearly. All right, thank you, Malika. So, in our last little discussion, my little drive time discussion, I was talking about the Oscars and one battle after another. But when I went home that day, I went in and watched one battle after another because apparently they're both on Warner Brothers. So HBO Max had them both playing, actually, all three of them playing, one battle after another, Sinners and Weapons. I've already seen Sinners and Weapons multiple times. I had not seen one battle after another. So, like I've told you guys, I don't like living in ignorance. I went ahead and watched the movie because I did have some shit to say about it because it took a best movie nod, or excuse me, best picture nod from Sinners. I wanted to see what they thought was so good about that damn movie, even though I was already assuming it was some California liberal bullshit. That's the only way to describe it, right? So enough known stars in it that you would have to see it. It's like Oscar bait. It came out late in the year. It looked kind of quirky, but whatever, right? Was interested to see it from the trailer, and then when I got home, it was the thing I needed to watch. So I went ahead and watched it. I can tell you that two ways to say it. Two ways to say it, just to jump the shark. Artistically, I don't know why that shit won Best Picture. I don't. Which was a given. It was going to be some bullshit anyway, right? Politically, I understand why it won Best Picture because it's talking about all the shit that goes on politically right now: Latinos, women empowerment, women revolutionaries. Men don't understand. They scumbags and shit like that. Like, holy fuck, dude. That and it was mostly boring. It was mostly boring. Now, mind you, I'm wide awake. Just come from work. I sat down, ate my dinner, watching this movie just to see what it was. Kept my mind open and let the movie wash over me, right? Like sitting on the beach with the waves. So the movie was mostly boring. It's like the statement that they make about how television shows nowadays are made. Now, Of this cast, none of these people outside of maybe Benicio del Toro and the Native American guy actually played interesting roles. Everybody else was bland and pieces of shit, dude. Get this. The one battle after another thing was kind of given away in the beginning. These motherfuckers are domestic terrorists. They're domestic terrorists. Claiming they fighting a revolution for what is not really clear. But the leaders and the people in charge and the baddest ass warriors in this revolution are all women. Mostly black women. Acting trashy, acting slutty, foul, all kind of shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? That shit was rubbing me the wrong way. You got some good, very good black actresses in this shit, acting like some of the most deplorable people in our culture right now. Now, the main one who set this shit off is, I believe, Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor is supposed to be the revolutionary, Perfidia Beverly Hills. And she just got it in for white zaddy dick. So, Leonardo DiCaprio is her boyfriend, who's just some weak sauce bomb maker. And then she kind of get infatuated by Sean Penn's character, who I didn't know was in it, but given the fact that he was in it, like, oh yeah, they were gonna give him a nod. Playing this military colonel who kind of liked the black punana. And because she can make him at gunpoint make his dick rise while she helping these detainees, illegal immigrant detainees, escape and declaring war, I guess, on America, she kind of get jazzed by him and eventually end up fucking him and getting pregnant by him. There you go, I spoiled the fucking movie. You take that silly ass shit, which in some ways is kind of fucking disgusting. The way she's acting, in the situation, and like, so you trying to make this whole statement about illegal immigration, we're all free peoples? No, the fuck you not. You snuck into somebody else's country and you decide it's better to talk shit about other Americans, American soldiers doing their fucking job, detaining these people who got in here illegally because you feel like they fascists and shit like that. Are you fucking kidding me? That shit was so fucking ridiculous, dude. Some orange-haired, wig-wearing, skinny-ass black woman running around calling herself Jungle Pussy, pointing guns and shit, and just stealing money and stuff. We free. We free. From what? This is what I meant yesterday when I talked about performative fucking blackness, right? This is what Hollywood likes, which is what I suspected of this movie, of why it won Best Picture, because it's the kind of blackness that white folks in Hollywood are comfortable with, because that's how they see black folks. That shit was, bruh, it was making me irritated watching that shit. I was like, look, man, I might can go right now, walk to a Dollar Tree or a Walmart and find somebody who looked like this bitch. but I'm not thinking that's representative of all black women. I also don't think all black women was the front of revolution. Get the fuck out of here. They the baddest warriors. Why? Because some white dude said it who wanted to fuck her? Man, get the fuck out of here. What is that shit? He's like, who made the shitty script? What was it? Paul Anderson. And when I saw who wrote it, who directed it, it's like Paul Thomas Anderson. I was like, is this Wes Anderson's younger brother or something? Because part of this shit did look like a Wes Anderson movie. It did. Part of it did. It looked like some Fantastic Mr. Fox dumb shit. We're revolutionaries. Viva la resistance. Dude, why didn't you make this in Spanish? Because that's all you promoting. This is not revolution. This is insurrection, is what I'm seeing. And that's me watching it. I'm not overly political, but I'm watching what's happening on the screen. You're Americans. You don't like this immigration situation that's happening. Okay, I get that. You start performing domestic terrorism by blowing up buildings and shit like that. You are terrorists, motherfucker. You are not revolutionaries. What does tearing up your own country have to do with illegals coming in here? How are you helping them? This was some white zaddy shit. Now, apart from her supposedly being some type of revolutionary, even though she likes some zaddy D, she tips out on her man, Leonardo DiCaprio, one night because she get caught performing some domestic terrorism in a courthouse. And Sean Penn's character, the Colonel Lockjaw, decides to let her do it, but she got to meet him at the hotel. She sneak out and fuck this dude. Get to live, the Players Club dominant black woman with a pistol fantasies and shit like that. Get his rocks off with her, and then she go back to Leonardo DiCaprio's character, pregnant and acting weird. Drinking and smoking weed and shit while she drunk, shooting guns while she drunk. The shit that's in the commercial that looks so fucking ridiculous. It was more ridiculous when you found out the situation. I'm like, isn't that giving that baby brain damage? You stupid bitch. Oh my God, dude. This shit was dumb. At a point, what does she do? She walks out on his ass. He, like a good simp, is all there with her about raising this baby and being a family and walking away from this revolution shit. And she just get, angry for no reason. So she just ends up piecing out on him. Talk some shit to him and peace out on both of them, him and the baby. Goes and does another little bit of domestic terrorism, their imitation of Heat, going to rob a bank, and then she ended up shooting a black man. More than once. A black security guard in the bank. Why don't you stop moving? Why don't you just stop moving? I'm like, what the fuck? All these white folks in here, you ain't shot none of them. But you shot the one black man in the movie. They escaped the bank, and apparently they owned by the police immediately, right? Because now you just committed a murder, you dumb fucks. She ends up getting captured. And since she's been so brazen about showing her face and making these calls about who she is and what she's doing and y'all gonna pay and all the rest of this dumb shit, the police catch her and they taking selfies and everything else. And so then what happens? She's in the hospital under high security, and who rolls up in there to save her fucking ass? Sean Penn, Colonel Lockjaw rolling up in there. Oh, they like me. They know me. I can get you out of here, but you got to give me names. She rat on everybody. All her revolutionaries, she rat all the motherfuckers out. All of them. Go into witness protection. Half of them get killed. Half of them on the lam. The white dude, Leonardo DiCaprio's character, and her baby included. I'm like, what the fuck? You got all kinds of people killed. In some fucking stupid way, they put you in witness protection in a nice middle-class neighborhood overlooking the border of Mexico. What? What the fuck? That's the last place she should be. They ain't even watching her. She jumped the back fence and run off and escape into Mexico somewhere. I'm like, these got to be the dumbest motherfuckers in history. How the hell do you do that? Huh? A federal witness in witness protection, you put them in a house that overlooks the goddamn border to Mexico. Man, if you wasn't trying to make her escape, why don't you leave the door open? No guard or nothing? Stupid shit. So she gone off on the lam. Malika, it's more than a hot mess, dude. It's a hot pussing vagina of mess in this shit. So, 16 years later, the child has grown up a little bit, a teenager, and then you find out more about this colonel. Well, the colonel is being looked at by a small group of people within the government, in the military and stuff like that. And let's just skip to the plot point that you would already guess. This group of white men is basically the Klan in disguise. And they gonna bring him in to the Klan. And one of the questions, rigorous testing procedures that they have to ask him about is that has he had any interracial relationships and shit? And he lies to him and tells him no. Even though he fucked his black chick. Possibly got her pregnant. He killed some of them himself. You're gonna love me. And you're gonna let me love you. Get the fuck out of here. So because these white dudes want to bring him into the Christmas Adventurers Club, all this secret handshake, skull and bone bullshit, comically bullshit, he decides he needs to find this damn child now to wipe that motherfucker out because he don't want it to ruin his standing and possibly getting into this group because it's a very small group and it's exclusive. And he can't do it if he got some, indiscretion running around out there. So the rest of the movie is mixed up with this general and the police doing these raids in a sanctuary city. What looks like he's rounding up illegals. But really, he's looking for his daughter, this girl, so he can kill her and cover his tracks about his dalliance with the brown flesh. You getting this shit? This shit is fucking stupid. Now, when they roll into, middle of bumfuck nowhere, Sanctuary City, that's where you finally get introduced to Benicio del Toro's character, because Leonardo's character, Bob, and the child that he's raised will be, hiding out. And what you find out is Benicio del Toro's character calls it a Latino Harriet Tubman. No, nigga. No. No, motherfucking no. You do not get to do that to Harriet Tubman's fucking name. because you ferrying, coyoteing, sneaking illegals throughout the damn country. Get the fuck out of here. Benicio del Toro's character is running his own revolutionary group, and he knows about the group that Leonardo DiCaprio's character was from, and held them up in high regard as heroes. For what? Breaking detainees out and letting them filter throughout the country. Bombing buildings, robbing banks, but they're heroes. Okay, how does that work? Now, this part is all about the Mexicans or Latinos in this city trying to escape the bad military forces that are there to round them all up. You know, playing on the whole ICE thing. And I'm like, but they're fucking illegal, dude. What are you talking about? There is no Harriet Tubman situation here. These are not enslaved peoples. Yes, some of these white folks, these white men that are part of this Christmas Adventurers Club, got some of these motherfuckers acting as slaves working in their companies. I assume paying them because they all live in houses and shit. I've never seen a slave get paid. 1 second, you guys. Morning. What I say? Now, all of this movie has some political messaging mixed up in it because it's not actually a fucking movie because the shit makes no damn sense. Where Leonardo gets separated from his daughter because they have the type of relationship, even though he's the only father she knows, she don't know shit about her actual daddy. Leonardo DiCaprio's character don't know shit that he is not the real father of this damn baby that he's raised for 16 years. He don't know that shit. Some more black women bullshit being played out, but it's on a white dude. Everybody in here is mixed up. If there's a love interest, they're not with anybody of their own race. Forget that shit. Except for the Latinos. They get to still be with Latinos. Black dude got to have a white chick. White chick got to have a black. White dude got to have a black chick. We don't do that in the movies no more. Now, he gets separated from the daughter. One of the other black women from the beginning of the movie, Regina Hall's character, comes to rescue the daughter because she finds out that Colonel is coming to get her. So she's one of the surviving members. She comes and grabs the girl and takes her to a black nunnery, apparently in the middle of the desert, to be with a bunch of other black women acting like nuns, but growing weed and weapons, but they're actually revolutionaries. Now, because they get separated, the part that you see in the movie or in the trailer where they show Leonardo DiCaprio in this goofy ass looking disguise, it's not a disguise, trying to call on the phone and give these code words. What I thought was he was a CIA agent or something like that. It's not. It's just the code for the resistance. And since he's been drinking and doing alcohol for so many goddamn years, he doesn't remember all the code. So he's actually a fucking dumbass. This does not make him endearing, except for the fact he is trying to find his goddamn daughter. He knows these people that showed up. He knows who the guy is, the colonel. He knows who the colonel is, but he doesn't know the colonel is on to them because the colonel is looking for his goddamn daughter. He does not know that his black, brown, sugar warrior woman bullshit might as well have coughed this the Woman King Part 2. Fuck this white dude and gave him a baby that you've been raising the last 16 years. And that's why she left and left your ass sitting there holding the bag because she feel guilty. So he's trying to get to the rendezvous point to meet up with his daughter, and he can't remember the code words, so they won't give him the rendezvous point. So now you go on this goofy ass Racing Arizona chase through parts of the desert where the colonel is on the daughter's ass to find her. Leonardo DiCaprio's character Bob is trying to figure his way out. Excuse me. With Benicio del Toro's help to catch up to her and find her. That ends up the colonel finds them at the nunnery, arrest all the nuns, get his damn daughter, takes her back to another place and runs a DNA test on her and finds out that she is his actual biological daughter. She finds out that he is her biological father. It's real. And what he's about to do now is have her fucking killed. So he meets with the bounty hunter he's been using, who is a Native American that looks Latino, or he's a Latino presenting white dude, whatever the fuck. And he wants him to kill the girl. He doesn't want to kill her, so he says, okay, take it to these people. Take her there and drop her off. And he does it. And he takes her to some place out in the middle of the fucking nowhere with some white boys with flak jackets on and tattoos all over their face and shit that is meant to give you the impression that they're not military. They may be militia or white supremacists or whatever the fuck, and leaves this girl there to be, you don't know what's going to happen. She about to be killed. She about to be 86th in the water. The implication is they about to do something dastardly to this little girl to erase her from the problem. Leonardo DiCaprio is kind of on their tail, but he's too stupid to figure this shit out, where they've gone or any of that. So the girl ends up in a situation to where the bounty hunter has a change of heart and actually goes after the white boys with a shotgun and sets her free. He gets killed. She get a gun. She get to escape. Well, the Christmas Adventurers Club kind of finds out the rumor that this colonel might have a little baby, mixed baby out there. And when they find out what kind of mixed baby it is, because like that matters to supremacists, right? When they find out it's black, they're like, oh, the worst one. Really, nigga? So they dispatch one of their loyal troopers to go clean up this situation with the colonel and the daughter. And so he ends up catching up to the colonel and gives him a shotgun blast to the face off the road. And when he gets to where the bounty hunter has dropped the girl off, she's gone already, he gives chase after her. Which some kind of miraculous way, Leonardo DiCaprio ends up behind him too. In another miraculous way, the girl figures out that another car on a lonely ass road is following her. It's just a lonely road, you dumb bitch. That don't mean they following you. Whatever. Turns out the motherfucker is following her. She get the drop on the motherfucker and kill this white dude. Leonardo DiCaprio catches up and is able to reclaim what he believes is his daughter. Drives her off, they go somewhere else. Oh, and if you thought the person hired to kill the colonel shot him in the face with a shotgun and didn't do the due diligence to go down the ravine where the car flipped over, make sure that motherfucker is dead, give him another one. Nah, he didn't do that shit. So you get to see the colonel bloody faced with his M4 across his chest walking in the middle of the desert on the road. Like, this motherfucker's still alive? Holy shit. Shotgun to the face, car flipped over, went down a ravine, and he's still a whatever, man. This is comical. This is comedy. So what later happens? To redeem the mother so she's not so bad. No, black mommy that ran away from you can't be all bad. Bob and Willa go back to their life, and Bob gives Willa something that he's been holding on to forever, a letter from her mama. And her mama missed her so much, and she thought about her every day and all the rest. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. If that was a guy in the same situation, they would have burnt the fucking letter. I don't give a fuck what that dude had to say. He left me. But his mama, oh, when it's time, you can meet me. So the daughter becomes the new revolutionary in this group. The colonel, who still lives, thinking the girl is dead, goes to, the Christmas Adventurers Club. They let him know that he made it, even though he all mangled and disfigured and shit like that. They show him his office, close the door, gas his ass, kill him, and burn him up in the oven. He ain't a part of shit. And that's your movie. That was the dumbest shit I'd ever seen. And I'm sitting there watching this and like, this won over Sinners. You've got to be shitting me. So my belief that Leonardo DiCaprio and Benicio del Toro was hugging Michael B. Jordan to say, we knew our movie was shit. For me, it's true. You can believe whatever the fuck you want to. They know goddamn well they should have won for shit. That movie was garbage, dude. Fucking garbage. Some of the dumbest people on screen, drinking, smoking weed, and just dumb at what they're doing, but they're supposed to be revolutionaries. So you can have this part with the Latinos and immigration and ICE and all this shit thrown together in a fucking blender. You throw some big stars in it, so everybody's supposed to give it some attention. And this is what you got. Fuck you. This movie sucked, dude. If I'd have watched that in the theater, I would have been pissed off. Like, this was lame. You would have heard me doing just like I'm doing now, ranting about this bitch in the car. But that's it. I need to get to work because they ain't wasted enough of my time with that shit, and I don't like wasting my fucking time. So, like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. Sinners was a much better movie. It got to the goddamn point. This shit was putting me to sleep through it because it just goes on and on and on and on. I'm like, this is narratively trash, dude. This is just trash. Fucking stupid. Anyway, I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.